Been building more pieces for the stairs. This is a piece that I had on, but I took off because I wanted to make it straighter. And you can see some really cool wood here. Some nice black walnut, some red oak, some white ash. Looks like white oak. Looks really good. Here's some other pieces. I'm filling in some of the areas. So here's another nice thing about oil. So there was a little excess left on there overnight, so I'm just rubbing it, and it'll go in and we'll be all good. Now this had been oiled a couple times here, this black walnut. And what happens is if you put too many coats on, you can see a little excess right there, kind of really shiny. So we really want to rub that around, because it doesn't really harden hard. It's kind of gooey. So you don't want that excess on there. Just rub it around. If I had a rag, I could just take a dry rag and rub that around. But that appears to be the only spot, and that's pretty good now. Rub this off. You can see that shininess right there. Just rub it on some nearby wood, and it'll kind of go in. So the other thing I did yesterday, I think is pretty cool, is we moved these stone slabs, really big slabs. Oh, here's a little excess right here. So I'm just going to rub it around, and that'll go in. And yeah, it's on my fingers, but it's not. I'm going to be working anyway, so I'll be fine. So I built these. We moved these stone slabs, and to get them apart, to get your hand so you can pull one and then get the lift on it, or the hoist, you got to wedge it a little bit. So we've had these plastic wedges, and I think they keep breaking because they keep disappearing. And the cold temperatures, I think, is just hard on that plastic. So I decided to make some wooden ones. Here's some excess right here. So I did them by hand on the table saw, because I don't know any good way of slicing something at this angle. So what I did is take a 2-foot piece of this hardwood, which it wasn't even planed off. Turned out to be white ash. Took a 2-foot piece and held the first piece, moved my fence away so it's not there, at an angle about like this, sliced it through, but I'm holding on it way down here. You don't want your hands close to that saw, because you're cutting a 4-inch piece, which is about as high as I can go with this 10-inch blade. So I cut one off one end, flipped it around, cut one off the other end, and then I took it over here and cut it down the center, and that gave me 4 slices, 4 wedges. And then I sanded them a little bit, gave them a little bit of a curve on the end, and then I oiled them. And I think these are going to work out, because the other cool thing is, I didn't think about it at the time, but especially like this little one, I can just slide that in my back pocket. Because that's the other problem, is we'll be moving slabs and the wedge is over there, and we're constantly looking for the wedge or going to get the wedge. So maybe just having it in my back pocket when I'm moving them might work out good. So I think that'll be pretty cool. This is the littlest one. I didn't try to make them any special size. Here's a longer one. Here we got some excess oil here too. The other thing, once we get them in like this, then we can twist them and sometimes hold the slab like that. So that's another option. A little bit of fuzz from the rag, put the oil on with. Okay, so I think we're going to take these in, and we're going to do a video about the stairs, and you'll see where we're at on that. It's coming really good. We have more to do, but it's really coming along.